Hi, in this video, so I'm going to show you how you can remove and clean the coffee spouts, these ones here, on your Siemens EQ300. Pretty much guaranteed if you've been using it for 6 months or longer, you'll probably have a lot of build-up residue in here. So you'd be kind of shocked about the dirt on the inside. So let's get started. First things first. Safety, make sure that you are unplugged so you're not going to get electrocuted. So we're unplugged from the mains. We are just going to remove the back water tray here just in case we end up spilling it. And we can remove this just to give us a little bit more room, but you don't need to. So the tools we need are a little pry tool. We're going to need a Torx 10 bit in your screwdriver, so a T10, Torx 10, doesn't have to be security, but T10, and you might find some little tweezers useful as well. It's not that easy a job, especially if it's been clogged up with coffee everywhere. It makes it even more sticky. So first things first, we're going to unplug that there, and we are going to undo the screw here and here using a Torx 10 bit. This is where the coffee comes through here. The 4 screws are going to be the same, so you can keep them together. But to begin with, we're just undoing these 2 here. Now, that will allow this bit here to lift up. So let's push that down and push that down, and we should be able to slide this up. But it's clipped in place, which will make it quite awkward. Also, you don't want to be prying down here too much because you're going to make a mess of the plastic. If you come in from this bit here, it's a little bit more hidden. And if you just put a bit of pressure upwards like so, you can see it's starting to separate. I'm going to put my pry tool in here now, and I'm just going to gently just lever like that. Can you see there? Now it wants to come out, so lift it forward and gently lever it out. You may have to undo, reach in, and you may have to undo this bit here and this bit here. Also, these might be stuck together with a load of coffee. You can see that this isn't too bad, just some remnants up around here. We'll give it all a clean at the end. Now to remove this one here, you just need to lift it up, but this is in the way. So move this out of the way, and now we're going to lift this up here and out like so. There we go. So you can see they're clipped in at the back there, so you kind of have to lift it up to free those clips. Again, you can see all that needs a good clean. Now, when it comes to this bit, we're going to remove this, but also we want to remove this part as well. So if you have a look, you can see that the little tube is here. So I'm just going to lift that tube up, trying not to break it. So I held down on the bit of plastic here, and I lifted the tube up. And now with this, we can lift it all the way down like so. So put that to one side. This is really hard to take out, but this is where all the crud and old coffee is. Now, when it comes to this bit here, we want to undo these 2 screws. Again, Torx 10, same as the other 2. Now, yours might be easier or harder to take apart depending on the built-up of coffee, because the coffee is going to be sticky and stick the parts together. Now, with this little bit here, it's a little bit awkward, but you can see it's on a little bit of plastic. If we were to push the plastic in this way, then we can lift it, we can kind of lever it out a little bit. So if we just lift it this way and kind of lever it out, it comes out. You don't want to be too forceful with it because it's all in little plastic clips. This will give you an opportunity to clean in here because all of this is horrible and dirty as well. So if I get a bit of kitchen towel and just rub around here, you can see that it's absolutely filthy. Yeah. Now, because I can see this is really dirty and dirty underneath, I'm going to take this off as well. So remove that, because otherwise it's going to go flying. And this is an opportunity to get the beans out. Otherwise your beans are going to go everywhere. So gently turn it upside down and put the beans into, for example, a breakfast bowl, and then you can pour them back in afterwards. So I'm just going to push this here like so. Do it on a surface you don't care about. Water may leak out, or you can put a towel down if you're doing this on carpet. So you can see now we have various different clips here. So if I was to go in here, it gives me an opportunity to push that up there. So let's get that back in. Push that there, up. Let's do this one. You can see how horrible and sticky it all is. And there we go. That will give me an opportunity to wash all this as well, because it is absolutely disgusting. And it will give you an opportunity to clean all in here. So you can get yourself a damp cloth and clean all this area here. So now we need to take apart these bits, and it will give us an opportunity to give them a good clean. So with this here, it will just come out like so. And we can twist this. It's like a bayonet fitting. So we can twist it like that, and it will spring out. Be careful, do not lose that. And we have a little washer in here as well. So it will give us an opportunity to give all that a nice, good clean. So we're going to bring this over to the sink and give it a good wash. Now this is a very fiddly to do, but we have like a clip here and a clip here, but we need to pry it down from the top here. You may risk breaking it depending on how old your machine is, but I'm going to just try to get my pry tool in here and start lifting it out like that. If I can get that bit out, then the whole thing should pop. But again, it depends on how much is going to be caked in with coffee. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So it's popped in there, and that will now free up this bit here. So I can take it all out like so, and it will give me an opportunity to clean all in there. Look at that. That is all old coffee. And with this bit here, you can take your nozzles out as well, and it will give you an opportunity to give all the tubing a clean. So with these, the nozzles will come out like so, and pull out. And this one. There. Oh, that went flying. So that is it. You can feed the tube through if you want, but I'm just going to get a toothbrush and give everything a nice good clean. So I'm going to bring this up to the sink now and put the plug in the sink so I don't lose anything. And I'm going to wash all of these parts here. So next time you see this now, hopefully they'll be a lot cleaner. If you get yourself an old toothbrush, it's perfect for cleaning things like this. And I'm not going to use any detergent or chemicals. I'm just using warm water. Now, whilst everything is just soaking in the sink, I've just been cleaning up this area down here. You can see all the mess on the floor. Now, with this one here, it would be nice to clean it. The problem is that this braid is on with like a metal clamp. So I think it'd be best if you didn't touch that. But what you can do is you can slide it down. And if you have a look here, you can see there is a horrible build-up on it. So what we're going to do is, just here, I'm going to get a saucepan of warm water, and then I'm going to soak it in there, and then hopefully, along with the toothbrush, I'll be able to clear out all that horrible crud that's built up around the place. Look at that. So we've got warm water here, which is enough to cover up that area, and I can give it a nice good clean. Right, so it's all washed, much cleaner, not perfect, but much better than it was. And it's dry as well, or mostly dry. So now, you may need to put a little bit of silicone grease on the sliders, because in washing it all, you've probably wiped it away. On this machine, it had all dried up anyway. But I'm just going to get a little bit of food grade silicone grease, and I'm just going to put it on these little bits here, here, here and here, and that way then it will allow this to slide up and down okay. Also, if you're wondering if these have come out and you're wondering where they go, they just go in here. They're just to put a little bit of tension on, so you can see the way they're shaped there, and that goes that side there. So don't have it loose like that, push that in there, and it just provides a little bit of tension on the rails, because the rails are going in between this bit here. I'm just going to get some silicone grease. Right, this is what I'm using, silicone grease, food grade. It even says here, suitable for O-rings, mixers and coffee machines. So it's still going to work without this. It will just allow it to move up and down a little bit more freely. And also on this bit here. There we go. Now it's time to put it all back together, which is a reversal of taking it apart. So I'm going to start with this bit here. So we've got the spring, it goes in like so, and then we have this rubber washer. I'm going to put it in here. It doesn't look like it makes a difference which way that goes. And I need to get that middle part of the spring with the rubber bit on in the middle of that washer. And I'm just gently going to put it round until it drops in, and then I can twist it until it locks into place. Right, it doesn't want to go that way, so I'm going to go 180 degrees round to there. And now that's gone. Yeah, so you can see there. And if I gently get my tweezers, I can feel that that is locating properly in the middle there. This is going to place into here. You can see that we have grooves here and here. So those bits here and here are going to be sliding into here. And this bit is going to be located in that hole. So put it in there like so and drop it in. We can put this back in here now. Now, do you remember we took this out at an angle? So we're going to have to put it back in at an angle. So this bit is going through this big hole. And just try to get it into place like that. And it's designed to be at an angle. In fact, we can do those screws up now. I'm not going to do it fully tight until I've done both of them. There we go. Right, that's in there, and I just want to gently offer it up to here to make sure it is going to go into this part. Which it is, so that's absolutely fine. Now, we want this to go up from the bottom, and we have this one's lower down, so start with this side here. That's shaped like that, and that's like a little hook. So the hook's going to go on here, like so, and offer it up there. And you can now see that that's sliding nicely because of the silicone grease. In fact, it's much smoother than it was before. So we're going to be putting the nozzles in there like so, and these bits go into these bits here. Like that. That is too, that's gone too tight, so let's push that through. We don't want that to be bent. And again, push that in there and down there. This is going to be pushed in to that bit there, and this is going around underneath here like that. So that's what it looks like from there, and that's what it looks like from there. Now we need to put this back into here. It should be much easier now that it's clean. Now remember, we had to take this bit out first. Well, now this bit's going to be getting pushed down last, so put that in there, that way round into here, and I need to try to get that underneath that, which is easier said than done. There we go. There we go, that clipped in very nicely indeed. And you can see how much better that looks than before. It was disgusting before. Now we want to put this bottom bit on. Now if you have a look here, we have loads of little hooks here, so we need to put it in slightly higher and then drop it down, and these will then click into place in here. So just line it up with the holes here, like so, and then push down. There we go. That was a nice confirmation click. And now we're going to be bringing this one up from the bottom, like so. We want all these to line up in these bits. And before you put it all the way up, get this pipe back on this thing. And the pipe wants to be to the bottom of that, right the way to the plastic. Right, there we go. So now that can move independently and that can move independently. Now we're going to put this bit on here. This is just going to drop into place, but lift this up and lift this up as well, and not too high. So that's below that. And this will drop into place. You can see that we have those things at the side again. So you should find now that it's clean, but it will just drop in like so. Now we need to get this in. So we need this to be up, but we need this to be down like so. And if you look at these two parts, if we line those up with this bit here and this bit here, it should go together nicely. So I'm lining that up there. They're going to clear that middle section, and that should just drop into place. How easy is it when it's all clean? And you can see that that moves up and down, and that moves up and down. So that's why you have to arrange those like so, because if this is too low, then it's going to be stuck down here. It has to be free to move. Right, let's do up to 2 screws. Here and here. Right, that is everything done up. Drip tray back in. Is that going to line up with this nicely? Yes, it is. In fact, I can hear the spring. So this part here is pushing that spring in. Water container on. And this back on here. So now you know that this whole part here is much cleaner. In fact, looking at it now, although I haven't wiped the rest of the machine, I can just see that it looks lovely here compared to what it did before. So you know if there's a funny smell coming from your machine, give all that a nice good clean and you're getting rid of all coffee and milk residue. So yeah, hopefully that video's helped you out and it's moving so smooth now because of the silicone grease. If the video did help you, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.